This audio fanfic is rated T, which is the same as a movie rating of PG-13. Parental guidance recommended for all children under 13. This should be suitable for teenagers and adults. For more information on what the rating means, please go to www.esrb.com.
Chapter 1. More Heroes Like Me. New York City, 2013. Night.
Listen up, New York. It is the solemn duty of every good New Yorker to report on the actions of these masked hooligans. And as long as J. Jonah Jameson is CEO of Daily Bugle Communications, I won't rest until New York is free of these vigilante menaces. Especially that no-good wall-crawling Spiderman.
Splat! Webbing is suddenly stuck to the massive screen overlooking Times Square, which allows Spider-Man to swing through the streets of Manhattan.
Hey guys, it's none other than your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Now in case you're wondering, I'm not working with my regular writers. Instead, I've got this new guy with me. Now he's a little new, so let's not hold that against him.
From out of nowhere, Spider-Man crashes face first into the huge DBC billboard, spread-eagled across J. Jonah Jameson's magnificent mustache. He slowly peels off the board and lands on the rooftop just below.
Hey, newbie, watch where you're sending me. It's bad enough having to listen to Blowhard Jameson without... No, wait. We said we weren't going to be too hard, and that's what I'm going to do. Let no one say that Spider-Man doesn't keep his word.
While Spider-Man sits up and begins rubbing his head, his communicator goes off. As he checks it, his eyes widen in horror as he sees the current time.
Wait, is that what time it is? Oh man, I'm late for SHIELD training again. Oh, I promised Fury I'd be on time today. Don't look at me like that. Things came up. You know what goes on in my average day. Beating out supervillains before school, fighting supervillains on my way home, homework, friends, kicking supervillain butt in the evening, nighttime patrol. The list is endless. That's the price you have to pay for the amazing life that I have.
Spider-Man leaps off of the building and swings away just when Jameson continues his never-ending slandering rant against our hero.
Though, sometimes I wonder if it is amazing. I mean, thanks to JJ, everyone thinks I'm a menace. My best friend Harry hates me because of what happened to his dad. Fury is always writing me about something, and worst of all, tomorrow's the day that Uncle Ben...
He can't finish his sentence, so he decides to land on a stone gargoyle at a nearby church.
Look, I need to level with you guys. Sometimes it feels like everyone's life is all well and good, but mine just keeps getting worse. Just look at my team. I mean, they're great and all, but over the last few months, I've discovered that Iron Fist is a millionaire king of a mystical city, Nova has lived in space and has a team that loves him, Powerman has reunited with his parents, and Tiger...
He sighs and looks up to the Tri-Carrier hovering above the city.
Ava, she's possibly the only one on the team who understands what I've been through. We've bonded ever since that business with Kraven, since we told each other of our pasts, and since the moment she hugged me, I've been thinking a lot about... Hey, wait a minute, dude, are you making me say this bit out loud? Not cool. I don't want anyone else to hear this. What if I was talking about something more... dirty? What if someone was listening?
Spider-Man. Spider-Man!
Spider-Man jumps out of his skin, falling off the gargoyle, but quickly web zips back on top. He looks to his communicator.
Fury? How long have you been there?
Only a few seconds. Were you talking to yourself again? Doesn't matter. Just get your butt over to the Tri-Carrier for training. Now! You're late, so there's a special training exercise with your name on it. Now move it!
Sir! Yes, sir! Seriously, a little appreciation would be nice. I used to tell myself that I didn't do this for the fame or fortune, but lately...
Spider-Man starts running up the side of the church towards its highest steeple.
It feels like I'm alone on this one. Misunderstood, unappreciated, and nobody seems to understand or care.
At the very top of the building, Spider-Man jumps and web shoots the Tri-Carrier, starting the long journey up.
I wish there were other heroes like me.
Shield Tri-Carrier, Training Room. All across the training room there are broken training droids, scorched marks on the walls, and bits of webbing all over the place. We find our favorite wall crawler amongst the debris with a pan and brush.
Oh, hey guys. In case you're wondering, this is the result of a successful training exercise for me and my teammates. However, since I was late for the 8th time this week, I've been landed with mop-up duty. That's right, your favorite web swinger has become a web sweeper. And if you think that's bad, Fury said if I'm late again, I'll only get a toothbrush. However, it's not all bad.
White Tiger emerges out from behind a pile of droids, sweeping the ground with a broom.
Once again, webhead, I find myself pushing a broom because of you.
Hey, it's not my fault. I don't know why you volunteered to help me.
Gives us a chance to talk.
Oh man, when Tiger wants to talk, yeah, it's never good. What about?
You know what it's about, Spidey. I'm really worried about you.
She's worried? About me?
You're letting your personal life interfere too much with Spider-Man's life. You've been late for weeks, slacking off in training. Your head hasn't been in the fight, and it's been affecting the team on missions.
You know, Tiger, everyone has tough days. I thought you, of all people, would understand that.
I do understand. That's why I'm telling you this.
Worried that I'm gonna screw up.
I'm worried that you're going to get yourself killed.
The two of them stand there staring at each other in silence for a few minutes. Until...
Look, Peter, there's something else you should know. Fury hasn't been impressed with you lately, and that's an understatement. And I overheard him talking to Coulson. He's thinking of making Nova the new team leader. Even considered kicking you off of the team.
What? So that's what I get after everything I've done for Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D.?
That's why I'm telling you this. I don't want you to leave. I just know that you can reach your full potential by staying here. Become the ultimate Spider-Man. You're a great true leader, and besides, you are so much more than my teammate. You're my friend, and...
White Tiger freezes suddenly in mid-sentence and then turns away from Spider-Man to continue sweeping up broken parts. Spider-Man walks slowly towards White Tiger and places a hand on her shoulder.
Ava, I appreciate what you're doing for me, but maybe it's time I do leave. I do still want to become Ultimate, but I don't know if I can if my life just stays the same around here.
White Tiger turns to face him, a look of anger expressed on her face.
So, that's it then. You're just going to turn your back on what you've done here? Including everyone who believes in you?
And who would that be exactly?
Fury, Coulson, Danny, Luke and Sam may have lost faith in you lately, but I always believed in you.
She drops the broom and turns to walk out of the training room. Just when she reaches the door, she stops to look over at Spider-Man over her shoulder.
And I still do.
Spider-Man sits down on a broken droid.
Can this day get any worse?
An alarm sounds and the room is filled with flashing red lights. Fury's voice is heard over the intercom.
Code Red. Repeat, Code Red. Everyone report to their stations. Spider-Man and the rest of the team, report to the bridge immediately. Double time, people.
Dude, seriously! Is this new writer intentionally making my life hell?
New Jersey, warehouse, an hour later. Spider-Man is lying on his back among rubble with a loud ringing sound in his ears. His vision is blurry and there's an unpleasant copper taste in his mouth. Slowly he begins to sit up, every inch of his body aching with pain. He clutches his side. Two of his ribs are broken.
What happened?
He winces in pain as he struggles to remember previous events. Training aboard the Tri-Carrier, talking with Ava, being summoned to the bridge. But what for?
Oh, ow. Oh, my head. Okay, what happened? Fury gave us our mission. Someone was sighted, someone dangerous. They had something in their possession, some kind of artifact, and we were ordered to retrieve it.
The ringing in his head is starting to dampen. He can start to hear noises, but can't make it out.
We arrived at our destination, some warehouse in New Jersey. Yeah, that's right, I said Jersey. Before we started to investigate, Captain Buckethead was trying to take charge by second-guessing my orders by going in all guns blazing instead of recon like I said. Both Powerman and Iron Fist soon followed him eagerly, and after what sounded like a giant explosion, so did White Tiger and me.
The noise is getting louder and Spider-Man's vision is starting to come back into focus. He can see a giant silhouette in a fast-moving blur. The giant thing, whoever it is holding something that is glowing.
That's it! That's what we've been sent to recover. It had blasted Powerman off his feet with a single blast, and it had knocked Nova out of the air with ease, and then when Iron Fist tried to counterattack, the creature used it to block every attack like there were nothing. Then when White Tiger and I tried to double-team the creature, it encased itself in a dome of light, which exploded and knocked us back.
Something lands next to Spider-Man, but he is still too dazed to make out what it is. It is the size of a baseball, and he thinks he can hear a noise from it, but it could just be the ringing again. But then he hears it, so clearly and more distinctly than before. Laughter. A cold, maniacal laugh that sends chills down his spine. It sounds familiar. Too familiar for his liking. Spider-Man looks back to the fight, for that's what it is. That noise, the sound of battle, and with his sight returning, he can make out that the fast blur is white and the giant creature is...
green.
He can hear the other sound clearly now. It is a beeping noise, and that ringing sound he can hear is his trusted Spidey sense. He looks down to find what looks like a...
pumpkin bomb!
With lightning-fast agility, he web-zips out of the way, narrowly avoiding the explosion that burns off some of his costume, exposing his bare back. He reaches safety by landing on the beams above. From there he can get a clear view. Nova is lying face down, out cold. Powerman halfway inside a brick wall, and Iron Fist half buried under rubble. And in the center of the chaos stands none other than the Green Goblin, holding the artifact in one hand and in the other.
Tiger!
Ah, Spider-Man. I hope my pumpkin bomb didn't disturb you.
Let her go, Osborn.
With pleasure.
Goblin raises his arm that is holding White Tiger by her hair and flings her across the room. Spider-Man leaps from the beams, and in a single web swing, he catches White Tiger in mid-flight and lands safely on the ground.
Spidey.
Don't talk. Save your strength.
Ah, well, isn't that sweet? The spider and the tiger. I would love to stay and watch your tender, but I'm afraid I'm on a tight schedule.
You're not going anywhere, Goblin.
I beg to differ. For now, I have this.
He holds up the artifact that Spider-Man's team was sent to collect, a glowing wand.
Yes, Spider-Man. With this in hand, I will undertake a journey that will shake the very foundations of this world.
You already shake the foundations of this world every time I knock you on your butt.
Amusing as always, Spider-Man. I shall miss your banter most of all.
Goblin raises the wand above his head. It glows brighter and begins to illuminate the entire warehouse.
But I'm afraid time waits for no man.
Spider-Man dashes toward him as fast as he can, every bone and muscle in his body screaming in pain. He then leaps forward, grabbing the wand, trying to wrestle it out of the Goblin's hand. But instead, the wand breaks in half and falls to the ground.
What have you done?
Goblin!
And in a blinding flash of light, the two of them disappear, leaving behind only a destroyed warehouse, an unconscious Nova, a badly injured Power Man and Iron Fist, and White Tiger collapsing and sobbing up where he last stood. Early morning. The warehouse is buzzing with activity. After the battle, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents had arrived to secure the area, led by Agent Coulson and a squad of medics. In no time, the young heroes have been attended to and are back on their feet. As the team is giving their report to Coulson on the events that transpired, they walk back over to the strange anomaly that is lingering just above the spot where Spider-Man and Green Goblin were last seen. There is what looks like a crack of some kind. Slowly, Coulson and the team move towards it as it's being studied by some of S.H.I.E.L.D's scientists.
What is it?
It seems to be generating chronal displacement inertia.
What does that mean?
That must be a rip in the space-time continuum.
Huh?
It's a singularity. A point in the universe where the normal laws of space and time don't apply.
So, what is it?
It's a miniature wormhole.
Oh, why didn't you just say?
Powerman slaps Nova in the back of his head.
We have to report this to Fury. Everyone, back to the Tri-Carrier. Let the lab boys handle this.
As Coulson turns to leave, he is stopped in his tracks by White Tiger, cutting in front of him.
What about Spider-Man?
I'm sorry, Tiger, but there's nothing we can do. He's gone.
He's not gone!
Nova steps forward.
Tiger.
Smack! In one swift movement, White Tiger raises her hand with her claws extended and slaps Nova so hard that his helmet spins round and is now facing backwards.
This is your fault! If you'd listened to Peter in the first place, none of this would have happened.
We didn't make Peter do what he did.
Yes, you did! You all did! After the way everyone has treated him, after what I said to him, he did what any true hero would do. Unlike the rest of us, he sacrificed himself to save us. To save me.
White Tiger turns away, tears streaming down her face.
I never even got the chance to tell him.
Iron Fist walks up to White Tiger and places his hand on her shoulder, and she thinks that his hand feels so rough.
He's in a better place now.